Welcome back, guys. In this video we're going to be putting insulation in the Datsun, and we're also going to be putting walls up. So let's get right into it. Right now we are working on the seat mount that is not adjusted. So I'm going to have to throw the seat in here and line up the holes and then figure out how to mount this to the inner rocker. I wish I remembered where. Alright. So with that in position, we can get some tacks on this mount here. I've got this piece of sheet metal that's already been bent from another project. I think what I'm going to do is just cut it. I've already marked it. I'm just going to cut it, and then we're just going to overlay it on top of this and kind of cut it down as we go. So give me 1 second to cut this out. Alright, this is kind of the shape that we're going for. We can shove it down here where the hole is in the floor and just kind of weld it in. We just gotta make sure we got something clean to weld to. So let me clean up this metal real quick with the grinder and we'll start buzzing something in. Alright, I got this area cleaned up and I've got some marks in here so I know where to line it up because I can't really weld the seat there. I got this area cleaned up here as well, but this metal is super thin. We're gonna throw some weld-proof primer on this just so it don't rot back out, and then eventually we'll put a floor in this and new seat mounts, but I don't have the money for that right now. Let me get some paint on this and then we'll burn it in.
I have a legal tin. I might have to take the tin off.
Hope that's not hot because I just cut it out. And then we'll just give that a second to dry up and we'll burn it in real fast. Alright, we'll let this drop a little bit. I got the welder grounded out. See if we can burn something in. Hopefully you guys can see. That might be a better angle. I just need to get this kind of lined up. Great, I can't see my marks. Are right there. Much to weld to there. The wire is too long. really bad at this. There we go. I think that'll hold. Hey, it may not look good, but is the metal stuck together? It'll work or it won't. We'll clean that up with the grinder real quick and throw some more paint on it. Alright, I got this cleaned down a little bit, threw some more primer on it. I threw some weld down here too, just so it's not only welded on this corner. But that'll be good enough. The door still struts, and then as long as the seat's still relatively in the same position, we'll be fine. Like I said, we'll eventually get floors for this, but they're so expensive right now, it's gonna have to wait. Alright, we did a pretty good job. These front mounts are in the holes both sides, and then if I push this forward, and we get this lined up back here, I can see light through that hole. Here we go. There's light through that hole, and there's also light through that hole. So yeah, it's all lined up. We just gotta find some nuts and bolts that will fit through these holes, and I can mount the seat back in place. And then for the time being, the floor is probably just going to be road signs, because this aluminum was in here when I got the thing and it's about to fall out. So what we're going to do now is get this cleaned up, and then we'll get the seats kind of mounted in here. So as you can tell, this floor is really bad. So my old neighbor gave me a bunch of license plates, so we're gonna make a floor real quick.
Do you have enough for the passenger side, or are you just worried about the driver right now?
I don't know yet. Is there any metal under here? A little bit. Not much. There's something down there. Honestly, I think 2 will be good enough for this side.
Yeah. And with the patchwork they already made, it's not too bad.
Nah, just the inner's so bad. The inner rocker.
Yeah.
might be the frame I'm trying to drill into. Oopsie. That's a floor right there.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if I could get something in for the inner.
It's 73 degrees right now. Hell yeah.
Very I'll probably have to cut something down for the inner. There we go.
It's 62 where I'm going to be going today or tomorrow.
What's that?
In Crusoe. It's pretty close to the lookout tower. It's going to be 50 degrees when I get there.
Very nice.
Hell yeah. Pants and long shirts.
There we go. I probably should have did the inner first. Oops. There's no metal there. Hey, you know what they say? Better than nothing. There's also no metal there. Oh yeah. I'm fine with that. This hole here I don't like though. I wonder if I could get something in there. Come on. Ever seen a more?
Huh?
You ever seen a more perfect floor in your life?
Looks pretty good. Came outside, I saw his car's gone. Smells weed. Yeah. Gotta wait till 8:50 till this thing's done cooking.
What are you cooking?
It's a cheddar broccoli bake, little family dinner.
Why does it take so long?
I could have done it in the microwave, but I figured might as well just put it in the oven.
Tastes better in the oven. There's so many self-tappers in this. Oops. Good enough for me. I wonder if you can even see it on the camera. Barely. That's a temporary floor if I've ever seen one. I'm gonna do the other side off camera because there's no light. And then I'll try to get some lighting for the final shot of the other side. But there's not much metal over there. Alright, we got the passenger side floorboard in. I found some too big signs I had in the garage, and that covered up most of the area that was rotted out. This is the driver's side. Looks pretty good. We just kept that old aluminum in there, and then this side's all license plates and signs, which, I mean, that's my entire body weight. I'm off the ground. That'll be good enough for now. You know what they say, temporary solution's a permanent fix.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. We're gonna start cleaning up because it's pretty dark outside, and we'll get back on it tomorrow when some more parts come in. Next day now, these two are working on cleaning. Max has gotten most of the foam out by himself. I sewed up this hole. This is just a 3-gang electrical cover, and this is a gasket. It's supposed to be weatherproof, and this is metal, so it's weatherproof too, so that's not gonna leak. The skylight, I think we're gonna get rid of the skylight and just put a flat piece of metal on the roof, because I won't be able to put this in the garage anymore with the skylight, and since the roof is so curved, this is not gonna sit flat on the roof, so it's gonna be really ugly. Need to go find some black urethane or sealant or caulk or something, and we're probably just gonna absolutely glue this window in, and it's gonna look ugly, but at least the sealant will match the rubber gasket. But it's about all we can do with that one. On another note, we put this window in upside down. There's drain holes. There's one. Drain holes in the window. So instead of taking this back out and doing all that work, we're just gonna run some urethane in this channel here so it doesn't leak anymore. But other than that, everything's sealed up. I got the big electrical cable in here, 30 amp, and it fits good, but I broke the cover off of this, so I ordered another one so we could get another cover. Yeah, we're just gonna keep working on this until we can start spraying insulation in again, and then once we get to that point, I'll record me spraying some insulation in here. But for the meantime, we're just gonna keep cleaning. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Well, it's about time to put this window in. I'm about to use 2 full tubes of glue, and if it don't want to be in after that, then we'll just cover it up. It's gonna look ugly, but if I want a window, it's about the best I can do right now. If I drop this, I'm not going to be happy. Almost fell. Where the other tube of caulk go? Put that right here for now. Alright, I'm gonna run inside and seal the inside as well. Well, as you can tell, the outside's sealed up. Really don't look that bad. We can clean it up after it dries. Yeah, outside is sealed up. I also ran a bead on the inside. So, as you can tell, the inside is also sealed up. That's about as good as it's gonna get, because that seal does not fit the fiberglass correctly. Like I said, if it leaks, we'll just delete the window. I don't really care. What I need to do next is get this piece of aluminum on the roof, get some measurements done, and get it painted so we can seal up the roof. And then once we seal up the roof, the whole outside is sealed up, and we'll still be able to bring this thing into the garage when we're not using it. So yeah, I guess I might wait since that sealant's in there, because I don't want to agitate that sealant while it's drying. So tomorrow I will get back onto the roof after that black sealant dries up. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, before work, I didn't have much time, but I got the roof panel mounted in and sealed in. It looks pretty good. And now we're gonna do the very last thing I need to do. Back here in the back, up here in the video, there was like an old light fixture here that was in pretty rough shape. I went ahead and got it off before work and cleaned it up before work. We're gonna put this little porch light on here. I'm gonna get it set up here, get both of those screw holes covered up with this, so we'll have an exterior light. But I'm gonna do that off camera since there's hardly any light. I'm gonna get all this sealed up, throw some sealant in some other places that it needs. I'm gonna do along the inside of the patch panel for the roof, and there's a little seam here and I can see daylight out of it. So let me get all that done and I'll see you guys after that. Okay, I got the porch light all mounted up and all sealed up. It looks pretty good. Threw some silicone or sealant around the wires just because I don't know if that's gonna leak or not. Threw an ugly bead up here just to get down on some of the vibration and that aluminum. And like I said, I threw some sealant in that corner since I could see the outside. This side looks pretty decent, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I think next up I'm gonna clean the cab out because it's still full of foam, and I might see if I can throw the seats in here and then we'll go from there. Got both seats mounted up now, and for the first time ever, the seat doesn't move the whole floor. So yeah. Next up, I'm gonna see about mounting these mirrors that I've never seen on the truck before. Let me grab those real quick and we'll get them on. Okay, it's the next day. I had to go to Lowe's and buy some hardware for these mirrors, but both mirrors are on now. They look pretty good. The doors themselves though are really bad. They're just full of Bondo. We also realigned this door with new bolts and it closes and actually latches now. So that's pretty neat. We're about to go get a breather hose for the valve cover to the carburetor. And then I'm gonna start test driving this thing back and forth to work just to make sure it'll make trips and to see what's all wrong with it. But since everything's sealed up now, I can actually start driving it now. So we're gonna go get a breather hose and I'll be right back. She made it to and from work, did pretty good. Had to do a little tuning on the carburetor. The way I had the return spring set up just didn't work. And then it was idled up really high because I had the throttle cable installed incorrectly. But it made it. I've got some loose connections in, I think, this light, but I think I fixed it now. Another problem I'm having is it's got no brake lights, which could also be contributing to the no hazard lights. And I forgot to check the horn, but if you know the fuse box, then these horn, brake lights, and hazard lights are all in the same fuse. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run 3 wires for our 12-volt lights really fastly, and then I'm gonna clean up in here, and then I want to shoot some insulation tonight, so I'm gonna make that happen. Let me clean up in here and run those 3 wires, and I'll be right back and we'll start shooting some foam. Alright, I got 3 wires ran for the lights, and we're about to find out if I can spray foam or not. Let me mask up, glove up, and we'll get started. Alright. Time to see how hard this really is. fill in those gaps. You have to spray so much. Well, 40 minutes later, and there's some insulation in here. I am going to let this cure overnight. And I've got one can left. So I'm gonna let this cure overnight, and then we're just gonna kind of smooth it down away from the frame of this thing. Like, all this stuff's gotta go because it's covering up the frame. But we'll just let it dry overnight, let it cure up, and then we'll come out here tomorrow, get all this off the frame, and then we can start putting up some walls. I wanted to save one more can just in case. So it looks like I am going to clean up and get ready for bed, and I'll be out here in the morning. This is what we're looking like the next day. I'm currently going through and just cleaning up the frame so we have something to screw our plywood to. The edges filled in pretty nicely. I've got to clean up the front too a whole lot though, because they're pretty ugly. But I'm just gonna clean up this frame real quick, and then we are going to see about start getting wood in this thing. That probably won't happen today, but it'll happen in this video. Back out here, and we have started working on the roof. As you can see, we've already got one piece cut out, and I think it looks pretty good. That'll give us something to attach some like wallpaper type material onto, and it'll look pretty decent. These screws are flat, so it'll go right over that. And I've drilled a little hole for the wire for the lights, and then I'll do another one for this one. But we're just gonna get it covered up, and I'm gonna cut this foam down so we have something to screw the walls to. And yeah, it'll look pretty decent here in a few minutes, or a few hours, depending on how it goes. We just went to Lowe's to get some more wood so we have enough. This thicker stuff I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna make a shelf up here where the front window is, so we'll have some more storage and something to just cover up that area. And we'll attach a little like curtain rod to it so we can block the cab off when we're sleeping. But yeah, it's coming together. We're gonna just work on this roof. Okay, we got the next section of roof in. We're trying to figure out what to do with these corners up here. I think we're just gonna overhang some wood and connect it all together with some L brackets. And then, like I said, we'll put a shelf up here. And then once we have all the roof in, we can, like I said, lay something over it. So most of the L brackets and stuff will be covered up. But yeah, we're gonna get this next section of roof cut out real fast and get it in, and we'll go from there. Got the third section of the roof in. We're trying to figure out how to go around the window. And then while I was at it, I just used a scrap piece for above the window. I'm kind of cutting out foam now so we can have some flat pieces below these side windows. And then like this section's just one big piece we can slap in, and then I gotta figure out how to cut around this. So that's gonna be fun. Ooh, I have an idea. I have a fantastic idea for that. We'll see if it works. But I'm just kind of cutting back some foam now and just slowly putting these walls in. Okay, woke up today and got straight to work. This whole wall is done. I've got a hole here for our wires for our lights, and then right here there's a little hole. I'm gonna get a hole saw and drill this out for our big power cable. I'm starting to cut this foam out, and then we're gonna be putting this side of the wall on, and then I'm gonna have to go back to Lowe's and get more wood for the back wall. But that's about it. We're just gonna keep working on these walls, and then we'll probably do the flooring tomorrow. So I guess I'll see you guys once we get all the walls up. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here. This whole wall is done, roof's done, all the area around the windows done. This whole wall is done. So I've got to do these back walls, which I'll do that tomorrow. I've got to build our shelf tomorrow, and then I've got to figure out how to cover up this foam tomorrow. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. It's about 7 o'clock and I am so hungry. So I'll get back on it tomorrow morning. Okay, update. All the walls are in now. All of them. That hole's been cut out. I drove this in the rain the other day and it was leaking pretty badly. So both windows have been sealed up. The front window, I do the inside seal as well. Like I said, this window's sealed up. We built this right here so the bed has something to sit on. I ordered a bed, but this step up is pretty large, but it'll probably stay that way just so I have one place I can stand all the way up in so we can change at the campground. This is going to be the end of this video. In next video we're going to be probably building some cabinets along this wall, and then once we get the cabinets up we can put carpet in here. I decided to go to carpet because the stick-on wood I had was really bad and it didn't like to stick to the plywood. But yeah, next video, hopefully this thing will look campable. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out my Instagram at Rusty Datsun. This thing has had a lot of updates on Instagram and not a whole lot on YouTube. So, thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.